No motors, only muscle. Watch what happens when we stack raw apple mash under a slow hydraulic rack and cloth press, layer by layer, until the juice runs clear. Modern centrifuges spin fast. We build pressure slow. Okay, come close. We'll grind skins, seeds, stems. Keep the pectin, keep the body. Then we rack, cloth, up, down, stop. The payoff. You'll see why this patient squeeze draws flavor modern rigs miss. Stay to catch the first drip and learn how each step, grinding, layering, pressure, changes taste. What if the best flavor lives in the parts most presses toss? We keep them. Skins, stems, seeds ride through the jaws with the flesh, not for speed, for body, for the thicker run that holds scent. Tip the crate. Mixed Macs, Cortlands, Empires. Cold fruit thumps the tray. Wash hard. Scrub fast hands. No shine, no wax. Just clean fruit headed to the teeth. Good. Drain them. Bring the grinder closer. Heave ho. Modern rigs chase fast, clear juice. They shave the surface and spit the rest. We go the other way. We feed the whole lot steady into steel studs on a wooden drum. Yes, it sounds rough. Yes, it runs slower. That's fine. Keep up the pace, turn it slowly. Listen. Crunch. Churn. The mash rolls out in a damp, coarse crumble. It looks like wet sawdust. It smells like ripe peel. That pectin sits right there in the pulp. This is the body we want because body carries aroma to the nose when you lift the cup. There's a line you can't cross. Grind too fine and you shred cell walls until harsh notes bleed out. It goes bitter, it drags. Grind too coarse and you trap the good juice behind intact walls. Both waste the press. We set the bite on the drum so the teeth break, not smear. Seeds are a hazard. Crush them, and you pull seed oil and edge the taste toward harsh. So we size the tooth spacing big enough to leave seeds mostly nicked, not crushed. Small enough to open juice pathways through the mash. That balance does the heavy lifting later when we build pressure. With the hand crank, you see the result. Flecks of peel catch the light. Little ribbed pieces of flesh hold shape. They stack well, they don't smear. Compare that to a high shear mill, fine slurry, warmer to the touch, more air whipped in. Air means more browning later and a flatter nose. Keep the feed even, don't jam, don't let it starve. The drum likes rhythm. Push the next apple as the last clears the teeth. Good. Hear that steady tone? That means the mesh under the chute isn't clogging and the pieces are size consistent. Look close. Juice beads on the fresh mash as it falls. Not a pour yet. That's the sign we've opened cells without turning them to paste. The grind is our preload. It sets the structure the press will lean on. If we get it wrong, we fight channeling later and lose clarity. Now take a handful. Squeeze. It clumps, then falls clean. No greasy smear on your palm. That's what we want. Taste a drop off the edge. Fuller nose. Less bite on the sides of the tongue. The cake will form from this will hold together and drain without dragging fines through the cloth. Okay, then come here. We start the stack. Rack, cloth, one lift at a time. Why stack like a lasagna when you could dump it in a tub? Because shape and flow decide taste. We use edges and order to keep paths open. Geometry sets the juice free without dragging grit. Okay, first rack down. Lay the cloth square to the slats. No wrinkles. Ladle the mash to the center. Keep it even, not heaped. Fold the near corner tight. Done, other side. Pull the long edges so the bundle sits flat and sealed. No bulges at the seams. Good. The next rack goes on top to spread the load and give channels. Repeat. I know it reads slow. A centrifuge would be finished already. But a hard spin tears the pectin web and whips fine haze into the stream. That haze hangs on the tongue and shortens the finish. We want a clean run that still carries weight, so we build a stack that filters as it drains. Each cloth acts like a sieve, grabbing fines before they move. The wooden rack underneath pushes flow sideways to the grooves and down to the catch basin. Stack enough of these and you get a hand-built filter press. No motors, only muscle, but the flow lines make sense and the juice pays for it. Keep the cakes even, 2 fingers thick, check the edges. If it's too thick, the mash smears and blocks the pores. If it's too thin, You starve the press and it leaks through the weave. Spread with the ladle in short strokes. Press the corners with your thumb. There we are. Think of snow laid in layers with branches between. The weight settles, but the branches hold narrow tunnels so meltwater runs clear. Our racks are the branches. The cloth keeps the white stuff from collapsing into mush. Same logic, same clean runoff. Mill practice backs this up. A tight rack and cloth gives brighter first runs without dosing the mash. Less air in, fewer brown notes later. We aren't chasing a lab shine. We're keeping the fresh apple nose by reducing churn right here at the stack. Count with me. 1, 2, 3. Keep the rhythm. 6, 8, 10. Wipe the rails. The tower is ready. Heave ho, slide it under the beam, center it, check the seams. Up, down, stop. The bundle shouldn't twist. Square it to the plate. Good. You at the other end. Hold the rack so it doesn't skate when the beam kisses. Watch the tray. First drip. Look at that color. Gold and clear, not muddy. We haven't leaned on it yet. Layering did the sorting before pressure touched it. That's free clarity. No smear in the cloth, no cloud rolling off the edge. We tie off the last loose tail, tap the stack so it sits true. Keep the catch pan clean. Skim any foam with the edge of the ladle, just a little. The flow should bead, gather, then run without streaks. If it crawls, adjust the fold on the next cake, not this one. So, now it has to go down here under slow hydraulic load. We let time do the heavy pull. If pressure is good, why not crank it hard and be done? Because when the cake collapses, flavor collapses with it. Channels seal, flow chokes, and you squeeze grit instead of juice. We go slow, so the paths inside stay open. Start the jack. 1/4 turn, pause. You at the other end, watch the seams. No bulge, no twist. Juice beads at the corners, then finds a line and starts to stream. Good. Hold it square to the plate. Keep the tray clear. Push too hard and the cake seals. Flow stalls. Fines shoot through the cloth and cloud the run. That brings harsh phenolics, the kind that grab the tongue and leave sludge in the pan. The fix is patience and small steps. We step the pressure in stages. A little, then wait. Another touch, then wait again. Those pauses let microchannels form and hold. Less shear on the pulp, less air churned in. Cooler juice in the tray. The stack breathes while it settles. A fast spin can hit high force right away. Yield looks good, but you trade for risk. Higher turbidity and more dissolved air in the juice. That air speeds browning and flattens the fresh nose. Our beam keeps the squeeze even and slow, so the aroma stays bright. Eyes on 3 things: drip rate, color, temperature. Drip too fast means seals starting to fail. Back off. Color going murky means fines breaking free. Stop. Temperature reads on a fingertip. Warm means friction climbing. Back off, just a little, and turn 2. Pause. Listen to the tone on the beam. The cloth creaks but doesn't groan. The stream evens out, straw gold, no streaks. Skim any foam with the ladle edge, light hand only. Foam points to air. We keep it down. Turn 3, the stack settles. Wow, they're really going down. Watch the slats, they stay parallel. If one side dives, edge it back with a palm and a nudge on the jack handle. Good, that keeps channels from pinching shut and sending fines into the cup. This slow hydraulic pressing protects the delicate volatiles that carry the apple's top notes. By keeping oxygen out and heat low, we hold on to the bright aromatics you smell first, not the heavy, tired ones that come with turbulence. Yield follows patience, not force. You've seen the grind, the stack, the squeeze. Try a slow press day with friends. Share the lift, trade turns on the jack. If you're building your own kit, look up proper rack and cloth gear from a reputable supplier. Study the method, then work clean and cold. Fresh cider keeps short in the fridge. Pasteurizing extends it without a big hit on taste. Good. Rinse down the press. Time to call it a day.